Well, the lines between our daily lives and our digital lives are almost non-existent, and for most people, they're one and the same. If you don't think so, think about your next trip. If you're planning a spring getaway, you'll probably bring your laptop or iPad or smartphone along for the ride. And if you answer yes to that, then you'll need to understand the risks of traveling with your device and the information stored on it. Here with advice on living safely in a digital world, Doug Davidson. He's with Jacadis Strategic IT Security Solutions. Nice to have you once again with some great advice.
Good to be back.
Doug. Yeah, this is something that hadn't really thought about, but you were really concerned that people now can't go to the grocery store or almost anywhere without taking one of these devices with them.
Yeah, we seem to be so tethered that we can't live without them, and so if we can't live without them and they're with us all the time, we've got to understand how to protect them.
So you have some eye-opening statistics, and I want to start with those because it was eye-opening for me. The first one was the chances of a laptop theft, 1 in 10?
Yeah, there's a organization in the IT space that studies that, and a corporate laptop has a 10% chance of being stolen at some point.
So 1,600 stolen daily, and 97% are never recovered. So not only are you losing the machine part, you're losing the data inside it.
And for most of us, the data inside of it is probably more important than the machine. It's
yes.
one thing to go out and buy another $500,000 laptop. It's something else to try to recreate a lot of information. And if I'm a small business person who kind of has that dual work at home and live at home with my single device, I've lost customer information as well.
And that's really, like you said, strategic for your business.
Yes, absolutely.
Could be the death of your business. Okay, so what some of the things we should do before we leave the house. So we're going to go down the line of things that people can do to protect themselves, to protect their laptops, iPad, whatever. What should they do before they leave if they're going to take those devices?
If the data is more important than the laptop, we need to back the data up.
Okay.
So whether we do it online or whether we save it to a CD or a thumb drive, or we get a hard drive that we back it up to, we need to back the data up before we take it with us.
And people don't do that. Why? Because it's time consuming?
For the reasons that we don't clean out our junk drawer and do all kinds of other things, I think. Yeah, it's time consuming. I'll put it off till tomorrow. It's so easy to do it that.
You're right. People want to put it off for tomorrow. It's very important to do today. Okay, if the device falls in the wrong hands, we don't want them looking at what we have, all of our information. So what should we do?
Encrypt it, which is a big, we can get into the technical details, but it's a big fancy word that means we scramble the data so that only I with a password can get access to the data. We've talked before, if we don't have good passwords, people can get access to our information. But if I've stolen a laptop, I can pop that hard drive out, regardless of what the password is, and read the hard drive. So if I encrypt it, it scrambles it in such a way that I can't easily read that information.
Is that something easy for people to do, or would they need to call someone?
It's something I would, you take the laptop to like a Best Buy or a laptop guy, or somebody like that, and have them help with that.
Okay. You have another piece of advice, and this is more common sense than anything, but obviously if you're going to take your laptop with you, you should keep it with you.
Yes. My wife and kids laugh sometimes because my big computer bag has gone to church and it's gone to school outings. But if you take a look at when most laptop thefts happen, somebody leaves it in a car, somebody leaves it in a spot that feels safe but it's visible, and it's just 10 seconds to take it. So take it with you regardless of where you're at.
And are laptops, more than iPads or anything else, probably stolen more?
I think laptops are stolen more just simply because there's more of them. As we start to move towards the iPad form factor, we're going to see more of those stolen.
Here's something that I thought was really interesting. You want people to use a computer bag that is very identifiable, not to get the regular black bag, computer storage bag that you find in a store.
Well, you're probably going to have to buy a black one unless you go high-end leather or something like that. But the thing that we like to tell our customers, if they're traveling a lot, particularly overseas, to put a marker on it. Now, for us, that means a big blaze orange sticker that goes on. You might have a more creative bent in your audience, and it may be extra scrapbooking things, but do something that allows the laptop from a distance to be seen if it's going on a conveyor belt at the airport, or we have to set it aside to pay the cabbie to be able to turn around and eyeball it real quickly, and it's not mixed up in all those other black
Yeah, and you think you don't have to do that because for the most part you are carrying your laptop with you, but there are times you're separated from that, going through security.
And you think about how a busy airport, particularly Mardi Gras time or spring break time, it's real easy for somebody to grab it and walk away, and then it's disappeared. Okay, what other physical things can we do to protect our laptops? If we're going to be in a spot where we're going to leave the laptop for a while, you can purchase a cable and connect to the cable, similar to a bike lock.
Oh,
really.
Okay. Yeah.
And it connects lock it up. It connects to a port on the laptop. Too much information for us to run through real quickly. So if you follow the link to our blog site, there's some information about how to do that.
And that's something that I'm going to recommend all of our viewers do, because you can get to it through our website. There's some great information on your website for folks, Doug. And we thank you for at least getting it down to the most basic stuff for most of us. We'll see you next month.
Thanks, Gail.
All righty.